Right boys, here we are, welcome back to the channel, episode 5 of Super Depor. Today it's a home game against Numanica. I've got the kit, updated kit, it's a 2016 kit, it's got a Strela on, absolutely love this kit, that's the good thing. It's been a difficult, we've played about, how many people have played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, dozen games. Played a dozen games, I thought it was time to really get into the tactic. All I can say is that me and a few of these have been at it for the past probably 2 hours playing, and we've both come up to the conclusion that we're shit. So cheers, let's get into it. Right, so here we are, today's Numancia. As you can see, we've picked it up recently, but there was a spell where I would like to say unlucky. We've tweaked the tactic various points during these 12 games, nothing major. Actually, apart from the last couple of games where we have stepped up, we will show you the tactics in a little bit. So last episode was the 1-0 defeat against Huesca. We then played Cadiz. They scored in the 89th minute. 2 clear cuts, 4 half chances. The game should have been dead and buried. Real Oviedo. 2 goals from them. 2 absolute crackers. We just cannot score. 24 shots, 1 clear cut, 4 half chances. We're maybe not creating enough clear cut chances. We've rotated the advance forward, deep line forward, pressing forward, back to deep line forward. We're now on advance forward. Alcaron, Tenerife played really well. Managed to go 1-0 down, 17 shots, 3 clear cut, 1 half. These are games that we've actually played, pretty well in. Vallecano, we got guys sent off after 34 minutes. That was probably a nothing game. That was probably my lowest my lowest point of the save so far, just because as soon as he got sent off, I knew that we were going to get beat. I thought, right, if we just hold out till half time. They scored in 48 minutes when there was only supposed to be 47 minutes played. So that was a bit frustrating, and then obviously they scored late on. We then responded well. We had an easy run here. All these 3 teams were down near the bottom. 4-0, then a 1-1. See, once again, we're dominating games. We're just not creating enough clear-cut chances. Extremadura, 1-0. Decent away performance. No clear-cut chances. Almeria, very good result. 3-1. 19 shots. No clear-cut chances. Real Zaragoza. Now, this has been the only game where we've been absolutely battered. The only game where I think we've been unlucky there. Even the Vallecano game, it was 0-0 till whatever he was called. The winger got sent off. So I've always been slightly optimistic, and this one we just got absolutely smashed. Just when I thought we were on the upturn. So then I've tweaked the tactic a fair bit. Probably the biggest tweaks that we've done. Girona was second at the time. To be fair, this game could have gone either way. 18 shots to 20, 2 a clear cut, 1 half. It was very 50-50 for once. Sorry, it was very 50-50, but just for once, we took some chances. The away team, our opponents didn't. And then we've just played Andorra in the Copa Del Ray. Same tactic. Went 1-0 down, but we played really, really well. 22 shots, no clear cut. But from what I've seen, a lot more half chances. So, the issues that I've had is, when I looked at the analysis, 9 of our goals have come from free kicks and corners. So that's something that we need to change. We can't be relying on set pieces. We're too good to be relying on set pieces. So what we've done is we've brought it from wide to fairly wide to just make it a little bit more narrow, and that's hopefully. I don't want to change the wingers to inverted wingers because that's not how Deportivo played. Remember, we're still trying to base it on the structure of Super Depor with 2 wingers. So I thought, right, we'll bring them in slightly narrower, so then they're just a little bit closer to the striker. Then maybe he will then be able to get into the box a little bit more when the ball is on the other side. We're now hitting crosses early. We want to be aggressive. We are getting a bit of success with Santos in the middle, so I thought, right, we're going to hit crosses early. We've put much higher tempo, slightly more direct passing as well. No, sorry, more direct passing. We're getting the ball forward quicker. We're passing into space as well. We're trying to get those wingers into play, getting the ball up to the striker. Nothing's changed in there. And then out of transition, we conceded 5 of our goals from crosses. So what I thought was, we were playing narrow. So I thought, right, if we set our defensive structure out wide, it might just allow our fullbacks to get closer and potentially stop more crosses. And that's it. Role changes. We've got rid of the anchorman pretty early, pretty much straight after last episode. We're dominating games. I think maybe when we go up and we're behind, we may look at having maybe more of a defensive approach. But just having him, just trying to create that little bit more. We're not creating a great deal. So just thought having him in there as a deep line playmaker rather than just being an anchorman to stand. We don't necessarily need an anchorman in there. So that's changed. 2 wing backs have changed onto full back supports. Just fancied a change. I'm using them in my York City save at the moment, and they've both worked pretty well. They're doing what I want them to do. They're overlapping occasionally when when the wide men are coming in. Defensively, they're sound. They're not getting too high. They're not sort of like getting stuck in no man's land. They're in a lot better positions defensively and offensively. We've changed the structure on the wide. So we did have 2 wide men on attack. I've just brought the left winger, Marino. We still got Milivojevic, who I think got injured in the last episode, hasn't played yet. We've just put him on support. The main reason was I just thought it just gives us a little bit of difference either side. Obviously, the support duty is to try and get a cross in as quickly as you can, whereas the attack duty, I think you get to the byline. Yeah, so the winger on attack is more getting the ball at his feet and running, which we're doing on the right hand side. The left hand side is a little bit all right, get into decent areas, get a touch out. Can you get a cross in the box? Last game, we changed him onto support. People have said, why don't you do playmaker? And I just don't want him to... I don't want him to roam from those positions. I want him to stay central. I've got him on support as well as attack, just so he can hopefully, the idea is that he stays, whereas he tends to sit in the hole. I just want him. He has, to be fair, he does get in the box. Now when we've got balls out wide, we are getting Agbo sort of like in and around the area. Shibaski, Santos, and then the other winger getting in the box. So we've always got 3 in, which is good. I'm just wanting him, hopefully, that he'll be able to link the play a little bit better rather than being on attacking where he's a little bit higher up the pitch, closer to Santos. The idea is that the wingers are now a little bit more supportive of Santos. And I've only done it for a game and it's worked. It's worked pretty well. And I think that's about it. Santos, we've changed time and time again. I'm just hoping now with the structure that I've set up with the 3 behind him that he can now be my ideal one is obviously advance forward. But as I said, me and the assistant manager, Stara Praman, have come up with it that we're not a very good side. I don't think. Couple of players whinging, and Vale's constantly at me. He's shit, and I just ignore him. I've literally ignored him the whole time. He's nowhere near. I am playing Salva Ruiz, who has been moaning for the last few weeks. I didn't want to play him, but he's whinging, and then at the same time, Luis Ruiz hasn't done great. 6.83, only 2 assists in 18 games. So I thought, right, we'll change it up, give him the opportunity to play for a few weeks. Hopefully it makes the morale a little bit happier. There was a few people that have been whinging about why is he not playing, etc. So I thought, right. And also the fans voted 55 to 45 to get him in the team. So I thought, right, we'll do that. We'll do that. We need the fans on side. We definitely need the fans on side. We are lying in 7th. Halfway through the season after this game, a win today will take us back up into 6th, into the playoffs. Minimum expectation. The board aren't too happy. They've not really whinged at us yet, but we're only on a C+. Disappointed. So yeah, we need to kick on. We definitely need to kick on, which I think we will. It's been a really frustrating time when I just tweak and yeah. So there we go. Let me have hang on. That was tough. Those last 10 games. But hopefully a win today gets us right up back into the playoffs. So we've beaten Girona recently, so it's brought them back into play a little bit. Vallecano was sort of like racing clear, but a win today, we're going to be 4 points off halfway through the season. It's all doable. It is all doable. Right, let's go. So we are at, you're up to see, but the bottom 3 are injured. That's my crap right back, and that's a sub goalkeeper. So we haven't got the biggest squad. And honestly, I am looking forward. I do always genuinely like it as well. I do love to fucking rip a squad to bits. Absolutely love it. And I think that's going to happen one way or another. It's a poor league. You know, a lot of the sort of like the lower half teams are very small clubs as well. You know, we're Champions League semi-finalists, La Liga winners. So budget-wise, I know that was like 20 years ago, but budget-wise, I imagine we're a lot bigger than some of the clubs. So we really need to find a little bit more quality for our... Oh, he's at the bar, Salva Ruiz. Probably a bit more quality for the money that we're probably spending. Salva Ruiz straight in the team, hit the bar from across. Here we go, Shibaski. Sommer's there, 1-0, offside. This is like a recurring theme. Set pieces, scoring goals, offside. He was way off that time. But a good start, good positive start. I've noticed from the goals, just wide. We do make good starts to the games. We score a lot of our goals in the first sort of like half an hour. Right, here we go on the half hour mark. Corner ball. Is this going to be another set piece? I really don't want to... It's good that we're obviously dangerous on set pieces, but we want to be creating chances with the ball in play and having that as a very, very nice bonus. Right, Sadiq, where are you going, son? He's done well. The youngster. Cross. Marino's there. Over the bar. See, we're in control, but we're not creating absolute clear-cut opportunities. Agbo. Shift it. Bovia. Look, we're getting overlaps in, which is good. Committing plays forward. Santos is there. There we go. Get in. I have got it on low crosses, and I haven't seen a low cross for about 6-7 games. All the balls in the box at the moment seem to be just balls put into an area. But there we go, 1-0 up. Santos is 9th goal of the season. We need more goals. I think the games that he's also played poorly in, it's because we haven't given him any service. I don't think it's him as a player. I think it's actually the service that we've given him. He's not had many touches. He's not had opportunities in and around the penalty box. Because the chances, when they normally do come along, it's not normally him that misses them, to be fair. Right, can we get a second? Bovia, who had a really good game against Andorra. Marino over the bar. Right, Sadiq. Alex. Going back to Sommer. So we are obviously going to be a little bit more direct. We are going to see probably those possessions percentages slightly lower because we are going direct. We're passing into space, but I just thought we would be a little bit more direct. We were kind of, I think, stuck in between two sort of like two sort of like tactics of being really aggressive and high tempo, getting the ball forward, and then that other one of just being a little bit more controlled in possession. We did play positive a few times, and we were just a lot of the things were just balanced, balanced possession, not really having we weren't doing shorter passing, we weren't doing direct, we weren't passing into space, we weren't being more expressive. Everything was just across the middle. Where this time we've decided just to have a bit more of a clear structure where, look, we're trying to get balls in the channels, we're going to get balls in the box, we're going to be aggressive when we haven't got it, be in people's faces, rather than just being middle of the road and not having a real key identity. Marino. And I didn't want to go down the short passing route because I've done that. We're going to get a penalty here. Was that a penalty? Santos looks like he's going VAR. He's giving it. Boavia's going to step up. Make it 2-0 before half time. Get in. There we go, 2-0. So as I was saying, I wanted it to be a little bit more, not a possession game, a bit more like rock and roll football, as Jurgen called it. Fast, aggressive, but we do need to get some players in. Right, good first half. Happy with that. Let's have another swig. I'll have to get my hands. I don't know if they sell it over here, Estrella. I don't think they sell it. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. They have an Estrella, don't they? But that's Estrella Dam, is it? It's not the Estrella from Galicia. I'll have to have a little look. Right, they've created a half chance. Well, probably not even a half chance. But we just need to make sure we're not resting on... Why have we looked? Just Football Manager. 3 players. 3 players. Look at this. What is that? I think... I'm just going to do that. We are pressing high. We're right up the pitch. Might just curtail. That is absolute bollocks, isn't it? Oh, Bouvier's injured. It's fine. Keko's in, but Bouvier has been pretty good. Right, Keko has lasted 5 minutes, and he's already got a potential knee injury, so bravo, buddy. I'm going to have to go Valet. Just keep going. Keep trucking. Let's go cautious. Coming to the last 15. Marino's like pretty much dead on that left-hand side, so we're going to bring this guy on who was sent off in the Rayo Vallecano game. I did want the youngster, the Mejelo, the Voldemort guy from Madrid. I did want to see him a little bit more. I think he's only a couple of weeks off, so next episode hopefully you might have seen a resurgence in him. But to be fair, he wasn't great before the injury. And I think we're going to see this out, boys, with a 2-0 win. Right, Shibaski into Vala. That's poor. Full time. There we go, 2-0. Dominant. Once again, 1 clear cut, 1 half. We're not setting the world alight, but I think it's made me realise that I do want to rejuvenate the squad, get my own players in, put my own stamp on it. So what I think we are going to do, I moved on 10 games this time, so I think I may do the same again. Wednesday's episode, will it be Wednesday? Tuesday's episode. Moving on, maybe not 12, maybe 8, 9, 10 at the most. Get us into sort of like the last 25% of the season, and we see where we're really at. And then we can then once again start to slow it down a little bit towards the summer, towards the bigger games. See if we can get in the playoffs, what players we're going to be looking at getting in, etc. Right, so what I have noticed with Santos, even on advanced forward, passes completed, look, 14 passes, not a low number, then 18. Deep line forward, a little bit less. I was expecting that to be more. I would have thought playing deep line forward, you'd be involved a little bit more in the build-up playing stuff. But there, advanced forward, 24 passes, 19 completed. So he's getting involved a little bit. Obviously getting in the box more, 20 headers. So maybe a little bit, that's also why we've gone a little bit more direct. But to be fair, the attacking midfielder does feed off him pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that. I don't think there's a touches, is there? No, there's not a touches, but... Never mind. So I'm quite happy with the structure. Now, as I said, I'm just not happy with the players. Going to be totally honest. I'm not happy with the majority of them. Sadiq has upped his strength, which is good. Tackling's going on the up. They did say they expect him to be a leading La Liga centre half, but I'm still not seeing it. I think, he's not a ball player. So if you're not a ball player in your centre half, I think you need to be fast, which he's got, but strong. Physically strong, 5'11". He's going to be beaten a lot of time in the air. So with our fullbacks not being too adventurous, I think he's going to be a really solid option on that right-hand side. And I think, guys, that is about it. So thank you very much for watching. Muchly appreciated. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, etc., etc. Loads of stuff happening on the channel next week. Plenty of content. Thursday night is now the weekly stream night with Fenerbahce. Patreon stuff down below, muchly appreciated if you check that out. New perks, and I'm starting a new Discord. I need to really start communicating with you guys a little bit better. Even on Patreon it's difficult, it's just a comment drop rather than a chat room. So we'll get a Discord going once again, update it, and I will be heavily involved in chatting to you guys in the Discord, so stay tuned for that. Hit that notification bell. I'll put a little post out on the communities page so you know when it is up and running. Thank you very much for your support once again. Super Depor.